Welcome to Seven Bulls. We break down finance so that anyone can understand. Roll the intro.
Hello, fellow investors. Welcome to Seven Bulls. In a market obsessed with hype, trends, and momentum, it's easy to forget what investing is really about: buying real businesses that create real value. Fundamentals are what ultimately drive long term returns, not headlines or hashtags. Excitement brings capital, but fundamentals build wealth. And that's why it's worth taking a closer look at companies grounded in tangible value, firms that don't rely on speculation but on the steady cash flow of hard assets. A good example of that today is the company Ferrovial. Before we move on, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video with anyone you know who's interested in the markets. It really helps the channel grow and it helps with the algorithm. Also, check out Seven Bulls, our valuation platform of easy to use, professional grade valuation software designed for stocks, real estate, and even retirement planning. If you've ever wanted to get a quick but powerful sense of value and long term projections, give us a try. I'll leave the link at the bottom of the video, so make sure you check it out. Now, let's talk about Ferrovial. Founded in Spain, Ferrovial is one of the world's leading infrastructure and transportation companies. They build, manage, and invest in assets that people depend on every single day: toll roads, airports, and urban mobility projects across Europe, the United States, and international. When you think of infrastructure, you might think of concrete and construction, but Ferrovial's business model is much deeper than that. They own the rights to these assets, collecting revenue over decades. That means their income is built on contractual and regulated cash flows, not market speculation or cyclical consumer trends. This kind of business tends to shine when markets are volatile. In times of economic uncertainty, investors often rush toward tangible assets, things you can touch, measure, and price with clarity. Ferrovial benefits from that shift. Their toll roads and airport concessions generate stable, inflation linked revenue even when tech or growth sectors are struggling. Take their stake in Heathrow Airport or their toll roads in Canada. These are world class assets that continue to earn consistent cash flow regardless of stock market sentiment. From a fundamental perspective, Ferrovial is solid. The company maintains a healthy balance sheet, strong liquidity, and disciplined capital allocation. They focus on long term return on invested capital rather than chasing fast growth. Over the years, they've divested lower margin construction businesses and reinvested into high quality infrastructure concessions. That's a sign of management that understands where durable value really comes from. Their recurring revenues, strong operating margins, and moderate leverage give them a level of stability that's rare in cyclical markets. Contrast that with many hype driven companies we see today, those chasing the latest technology theme or speculative innovation story. They may see their share prices surge for a while, but when sentiment shifts, the lack of fundamentals becomes clear. Ferrovial, on the other hand, represents the opposite side of that coin: long term ownership of critical infrastructure that people rely on every day. It's a reminder that while narratives change, the demand for roads, airports, and energy infrastructure doesn't. There's also a bigger lesson here for investors. Owning hard assets, whether through infrastructure companies like Ferrovial or through real estate, energy, or utilities, offers protection against inflation and uncertainty. These businesses earn through use and necessity, not through hype cycles or speculative buzzwords. When capital flows out of overvalued sectors, it often finds its way back into companies like Ferrovial that have real cash generating power behind their valuations. So, while the world debates whether AI or quantum computing will change the future, investors might consider a simple truth: economies still run on physical infrastructure, and the companies that build, operate, and own those systems are often the ones quietly compounding wealth in the background while everyone else chases the next trend. That's what makes Ferrovial worth paying attention to. It's not flashy, it doesn't make headlines every week, but it's the kind of business that benefits from both stability and time. In an era of overexcitement and short term thinking, Ferrovial stands as a reminder that fundamentals still matter and that owning real assets can be one of the smartest ways to weather whatever the market throws next. That's all for today's video. If you found it helpful, make sure to hit the like button and share. Also, subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Keep up with your financial education. You're the only one in charge of your future. Be safe.
Seven bulls.